Go phone repair.
Well, we are still quiet here at home this morning out of our Sherman Chevrolet Cadillac Tower Cam. We had a cold front move through yesterday afternoon and evening. You probably didn't notice it though. We still had a high of 90 in Sherman. Right now we're at 81 degrees, feeling like 80. So there is a lot of dry air in place, which is actually causing us to feel cooler than the actual temperature. Keep in mind that dry air is going to play a huge role in fire danger for the rest of this week. We don't have any rain in the forecast. We haven't had a lot of rain in the forecast over the last couple of weeks. So with that being said, know if your county is under a burn ban. We'll have a look at the list here in just a moment. And two, just practice fire safety. Don't be outdoor burning, even if it's allowed, around places that may be easily sparked and then fires get out of control. Just use caution as you're going through the next couple of weeks. But there she is in all her glory. You can see Hurricane Milton right now. You can see the distinct eye of the hurricane there. I mean, this went from a 30% chance of development Friday morning, now a Category 5 storm. It's just not something you see every day. This is going to be a storm that they put in the history books just with that rapid intensification. You can see this is still moving mostly towards the southeast, towards the Yucatan Peninsula. So this is actually going to impact Mexico a little bit. I mean, think about it. Category 5 winds at 160 miles an hour. The storm surge is going to impact portions of Mexico. So as this moves towards the southeast, it's then going to hook towards the northeast. Now, the territory it's coming into around Florida, the waters are still warm, but there may be some slightly cooler sea surface temperatures because of upwelling. What's upwelling? That's when cold water at the surface or at the bottom of the ocean or in the deeper depths of the ocean gets kind of brought up towards the surface. So that's kind of what happens sometimes. But there's also quite a bit of wind shear. We talk about that during severe weather season, whereas wind shear actually helps our chances for stronger to severe storms and even tornadoes. But in the tropics, wind shear inhibits production. So it actually is going to weaken that storm back down to a Category 3 prior to landfall, which is going to be somewhere on the west coast of Florida. Regardless of category, this is going to be bringing in life-threatening storm surge to the west coast of Florida. And we're working our way down the list of names here. Again, Category 5 Milton will be the strongest storm we have had so far this season. But again, we don't have a drop of rain in the forecast at home. We're going to be in the 80s this afternoon. Conditions remain dry for the next 7 days. We're hoping to get some changes under our belt here soon, but not a big sign of it anytime soon. Here's those burn bans: Choctaw, Fannin, Grayson, Marshall, and Cole County all included, so that means burning is not allowed. Your 7-day forecast is sponsored by Get Roofed. Our last 7 p.m. sunset this Wednesday. 90s are back later this weekend. It's like, man, if I could just take a fraction of some of the rain that Florida has been seeing and put it here, I would, you know?
Especially with the way our drought monitor has been looking. It hasn't gotten any relief kind of, I'd say, the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But man, how fast that storm has been
Every
upgraded.
time I looked up, it was a different category, I swear.
Yeah, so you're going to have to make sure you keep that K10 weather app downloaded if you want to stay up to date. And keep it right here because we are going to be right back after this break.